Uboa. I'm lonely. Will you be my friend? Awesome. Hey, do you want to dance? Okay, let's dance. Who am I kidding? This is cardboard. I don't have any friends. That's not a joke.
Yume Nikki is my favorite video game of all time in the whole world, ever. And if you've never played it, you might not like it, it's kinda weird. Yeah, it's kinda weird. Yume Nikki, or Dream Diary as it's translated, is a game about being alone. Completely, utterly alone. In an apartment, with a bed, a TV, and a really exciting looking rug. I'm a very sad person. It's a free downloadable surreal exploration game made in RPG Maker, released way back in 2004 by the mysterious Japanese developer Kikiyama, who no one's ever seen before. They could be a man, they could be a woman, or they could be dead, because they actually haven't been heard from on the internet in years. That wasn't supposed to be a joke. I have no idea what I'm doing on YouTube and everything I say sounds like a joke.
When it comes to the free downloadable games on the internet scene, Yume Nikki is actually pretty huge. In fact, it's often considered to be one of the most influential games ever made in RPG Maker, having spawned countless spin-offs, fan games, fan theories, a huge fan-made sequel, and even having an influence on games that would come out years later. Like Undertale. Cute little things to hold up in videos.
So why is Yume Nikki so popular? Well, it isn't exactly Undertale popular. It never was, and it probably never will be because, well, it's odd and it's not for everyone. At best, it's an underground cult classic. But if you want to really get down to what makes this game so special to people, and what certainly makes it special to me, I'd say it's the unique and almost indescribable connection it makes with the player. I've played a lot of games. I've played a lot of weird games, but I have never played anything that resonates with me as personally, hits me as hard in the loneliness and the unusual relatable feels as Yume Nikki. Yume Nikki follows the story of a young woman named Marotsuki, who lives in a small apartment, and apparently never opens her eyes. You start the game here free to move around, but if you try to leave out the front door, Marotsuki shakes her head. She seems to be a complete shut-in, refusing to ever go outside. There's not a whole lot you can do. You can walk out and stand on the balcony, you can play video games, you can stare at the wall, or if you want to, you can climb into bed and go to sleep. And if you climb into bed and go to sleep, you can explore Marotsuki's weird f***ing dreams.
I like the one with the psychedelic shield-wielding people that goes...
This right here is pretty much the entire game. And God, I love it. Way more than I should. Someone take me to a therapist. The point of the game is to explore the massive open-ended spooky dream world inside Marotsuki's head. And it is huge. It starts out in this circular nexus with 12 doors. Each door leads to a different world, a different dream. And right from the beginning, you can go pretty much anywhere you want, any way you want. And it's very easy to get lost. Hello, glowy eyes. How are you tonight? It's extremely slow, very ambient and atmospheric. It plays a lot like the old bizarre PS1 title, LSD Dream Emulator. There's no direction, there's no dialogue, there's no real gameplay. But hey, there are a lot of strange entities you can find. Like this guy. He doesn't really do anything. He's just kinda there. He's pretty neat though, right? Or how about this one? Fans call this one QQ-kun. He doesn't do anything either, but he's very cute. Oh, and this is Corpse-san. He's a dead body in the street with green rotting skin. That's all. He doesn't really do anything. But the fans call him Corpse-on, and in the fandom he's like this big character represented by traffic cones and people dress up as him, and... Yume Nikki fans are weird.
I was pretending to be QQ because I'm lonely and I have nothing else to do.
There is a goal to the game, too. The goal is to actually collect items called effects that are scattered about the landscapes. You can use the effects when you find them, like the bicycle effect, which will make you move faster, or the knife effect, which will let you kill things, or the poop hair effect, which will give you poop hair.
Everything makes perfect sense now.
My favorite thing about Yume Nikki is that, despite being so big and so unusual and having so many different crazy looking things in it, the whole game is completely wordless. There's no clear story, no clear reason. It's all just about the things you see, and the way you interpret the things you see. Marotsuki is one of the only words in Yume Nikki, because when you make a game with RPG Maker, you're required to enter a name for the main character. And the cool thing is, the name Marotsuki means window, or windowed. She's such a delightfully mysterious character. We know so little about her identity, yet her incredible dream world tells us so much. For me, she's like the most relatable character ever. I mean, she plays video games, she's afraid to go outside, she's interested in outer space, folklore, weird creatures, she has a very cute, trippy, Studio Ghibli-esque imagination, and her brain is existential as hell. Oh, and if that weren't enough, she's also an Earthbound fan. Seriously, there's like a whole world in this game inspired by the Mother series. God, I am spoiling way too much. If you've never played this game and you don't want anything else spoiled, just click here to skip ahead in the video. But I think what gets me most about Marotsuki is the fact that she chooses to be alone. There are a lot of theories about this game as to why Marotsuki locks herself away and sleeps all the time. There are theories about the corpse in the forest possibly being her dead boyfriend, or dead husband, or maybe dead father. There are theories that she's depressed and doesn't fit in with the rest of the world. And of course, there are theories that she's the survivor of a violent rape. Because that always happens in RPG Maker games. The rape theory is actually a pretty convincing one. You see a lot of things in her dreams, like uterus-shaped monsters, these odd bloody organ things, and creatures that might suggest Marotsuki doesn't like being touched, followed, or trapped. Oh, and of course, there's also Uboa. Who totally came before W.D. Gaster, by the way. I swear to God, if I hear one more person on the internet say, Uboa looks like Gaster from Undertale, I'm gonna turn the lights off in Poniko's room.
If that was you on the phone and you on the bus, then who was flickering the lights?
Uboa is the biggest reason Yume Nikki ever got popular. See, there's this place in the game called the Pink Sea, and in the Pink Sea, there's this peculiar cone-shaped house. And in the cone-shaped house, there's this blonde girl in a green sweater, who fans call Poniko. And every time you enter the house, there is a 1 in 64 chance that when you switch the lights off, Uboa will appear, and you'll be trapped with no escape. To me, it looks like Uboa just wants a cuddly friend. There are countless other little hidden scenes like this in the game too. Like that googly-eyed piano-playing alien man. If I had to pick my favorite scene, and trust me, there's a lot of them, it might be the rooftop garden. There's this one part where you can climb this long staircase that extends into the sky. And when you get to the top, there's this comforting, tranquil rooftop garden, full of expressionless people all standing on the edge and staring at a beautiful distant city skyline. This part really gets to me for some reason. It's just so peaceful, but it's also so lonely. Like, there are all these people here, but they don't acknowledge you. You're just alone. But if there's anything that gets to me more, it's the ending of the game. Yep, there is an ending to Yume Nikki. If you manage to collect all the effects and drop them on the floor in the Nexus, Marotsuki wakes up from her dream and then she jumps off the balcony of her apartment. I mean, maybe she's still dreaming when this happens. Who knows? Loneliness is a complicated problem. People are lonely in the world for a huge number of different reasons. I mean, some people are lonely because they're unliked. Some people have social anxiety issues and struggle to make friends. Some people have other debilitating problems like schizophrenia or panic attack disorder or PTSD from traumatic events in their past. There's even the hikikomori, a Japanese term for young adults who withdraw from society and almost never leave their homes, despite having no known mental illnesses or reasons to do so. And me? Well, I have anxiety, but my main issue is that I've always chosen to be alone. I can interact, and it's important to interact. I mean, it's been scientifically proven we need other people in our lives, and being alone at all times will drive us insane. But whenever I'm around other people, I often feel disconnected. I feel like an alien, bored by reality, daydreaming, stuck in my mind. And that's why I love this game. When I was a teenager, I used to just lie in my bedroom with the lights turned off all the time. I would listen to ambient music, pretending I was somewhere else. But nowadays that's too depressing for me for some reason. So maybe I'll just dance.